I'm going to make some dinner tonight, and I'm going to show you a really good meal. This is hummus. Hummus is something that's been around for many centuries, and hummus is, to me, I have it every night. It's one of my favorite, not even side dishes, it's my main dish tonight. So I'm going to make hummus, and I'm going to show you the lineup. I just got done swimming today, working out, and doing a lot of things that would, well, be involved in my spa day. I'm tired. I've been up since 3:30 this morning, and it's 8 o'clock right now, so it's bedtime for me. Okay. So let me show you my lineup. I've got myself some sprouted sunflower seeds, which this is the end of the road right here. You can see they're a little bit brown, but this is it was about 1.5 pounds of sunflower seeds, and this is about probably 10 days old. So these guys are a little bit old right now, but they're going to make great hummus. I've got myself 2 pieces of okra. I've got 1 piece of chipolte. I've got an old tomato. I've got about 1/4 of an onion. I've got some really nice basil right here. Some cilantro. We're going to put a half avocado in. I'm going to throw this whole piece of lemon in with the rind and everything. I'm going to squeeze the lemon juice out of this guy. And I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of our raw turmeric. This is a cold processed turmeric, so it's really strong, and it's really, really not only good flavor, but it's really makes this dish medicinal. This is a caraway seed, and the caraway seeds make it taste just flavorful. This is cumin, and I'm going to put in a tablespoon of, actually, this is the soy sauce alternative. This is our soy sauce alternative that we make from coconuts, and this is so good. I put this on everything. I'm going to put about 4 tablespoons of that in the hummus. I'm going to put 2 big tablespoons of coconut oil in here. Put 2 tablespoons of organic toasted sesame seed oil, a tablespoon of the Soleil salt. You can see how it's nice blue Soleil salt. I make that with the blue-green algae. I put a tablespoon of living silica in, 20 drops of magnesium, a heaping teaspoon of maca, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne if you like it hot. If you don't, leave it out. I like it hot. If you have parasites, the cayenne pepper, it may give you some problems. Cayenne pepper is one of the most amazing, well, it's not a food, but it's a spice. I call it a detox spice. So when I use it, I put about maybe 1/4 teaspoon to my meals, and this really, if you're hungry, you won't get hungry with about 1/4 teaspoon in your water or anything you're drinking. So cayenne pepper is going to potentiate everything we're putting in here, because that's what cayenne does. It's very acid, but it's alkaline forming. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of the brown seaweed extract. Put 2 sheets of the raw nori sheets. Beautiful. Makes it taste really good. And I'm going to put in raw chlorella tablets, and also some spirulina powder. And I've also got here, I've been soaking here for about 4 hours, some pumpkin seeds and some cashews, and those are going in there. And I'm going to put some local seaweed. This seaweed's called limu, and it's a local seaweed. I paid $1.85 for all of this right here. And we're going to put in a tablespoon of my probiotic bacteria. Now this is going to make the most beautiful hummus. This really tastes good. So when I'm finished with this, I'm going to use these beautiful mushrooms that we've put together here. And these are big local mushrooms. I've got some purple onions in there. These are some smaller local mushrooms. And I've got some brown seaweed extract and chlorella pills in there. And I think a tablespoon of toasted sesame seed oil. Maybe 1/2 teaspoon of the Soleil salt, and that was it. So I'm going to blend all this up into the blender. You can see how I've got a whole blender full of sunflower sprouts, and we've got this beautiful cilantro that really gives it a nice flavor. So that's going to be my dinner tonight. I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done, but whew, am I whooped. Time to go to bed and get grounded. So you go to bed at night, remember not to sleep. You go to bed tonight, any night, to ground. Grounding is very important for you because that's when you get your rejuvenation. So if you can, try to ground your bed. That's something I show you how to do. It's very simple, but very essential. So, okay, there we go. And here's my lineup. Also, like I said, the spices, you can use any spice you want. I'm going to use cumin this time and caraway. You could change this around and use curry and you know, anything else you want to mix with it. Italian spices or even organic taco seasoning or Thai seasoning. So these things really, I got chili in my eyeballs. I was touching some of that mesquite chili, and the chilies are really hot, okay? And the chilies are not to cause you indigestion, because if they do, it's only because you probably most likely have parasites in your stomach, and there's a lot of good parasite cleanses that have to do with chilies. But we're using these chilies for flavor and also for a mild detox too. So everything we have in here, the maca, okay, if you know what that does, this is food for your glands. The brown seaweed extract is full of iodine. We have the magnesium, all our minerals in, the silica. We've got the sole salt, which has 80 minerals in it. The toasted sesame seed oil, that's just for flavor. The coconut oil, I'd rather use that than the olive oils. If you get good olive oil, it's great, but most of the olive oils, even the organic, extra virgin, they've been found out to be not as pure as you thought. So I like the flavor of coconut oil, and actually the coconut oil is way better for you. It's got a lot of antifungal and antibiotic activity to it. And it's got a lot of lauric acid, which is a really good acid to help your intestinal tract thrive. So I also, one thing I forgot to tell you here, the probiotic bacteria, when you put this in, I make this probiotic bacteria. I drink about 32 ounces every day. I fill it back up with water or coconut water, and I put an ounce of sugar in. And in one day, this thing is all back to normal again. It's just as potent it was the day I put it in. So bacteria just keep on replicating in your body, the good ones, and so do the bad ones. Everything that's in this hummus, this isn't regular hummus. You can make it with chickpeas, you could make it with anything. I'm making it tonight with sunflower. So the flavors, remember, are one thing, but also what do you put in it to be able to make it so it's not only nutritious, but it's I've been speaking Spanish half the day today, so I'm going back and forth from Spanish to English. It's not only nutricioso, okay, but it's very cleansing at the same time. So hummus is, you know, by itself, it's okay if you buy it at the store. I don't put garlic in, as you've noticed. I used purple onions instead. And to make it so it's, like I said, really flavorful, the cilantro, and this is, you know, local basil that you can, you know, you can grow yourself so easily. That makes it so it's just, you know, wunderbar, as some people would say. The flavor is just outstanding. And I'll eat that with some caraway crackers, no wheat, corn, or soy. I don't have any crackers like that, but I like the crunch also with the hummus. And you can also put the chlorella pills, the tablets, and or the spirulina tablets, and or we have raw chlorella with shilajit, raw chlorella with mucuna, with brown seaweed extract. We have all these different chlorella pills, which are highly detoxificational. Spirulina is more for the nutritional aspect. So this is a nutritional and also a detox dinner. It's not just a snack. So I'm going to have this as a dinner, and it'll make hummus for me just this much right here, probably for about, I don't know, a week to 10 days. And it's good because the probiotic bacteria, remember, that's in there is going to just make it so it's healthier the next day than it was the day before. And the next day, it's even going to be better. And you can use any type of hot sauce if you'd like, or any other type of flavor. Put whatever you want on top of it. But the idea is that the hummus is like you having steak. It's the same thing. Once you add all these superfoods to it, it does turn it into from a simple food to a superfood. Okay, we'll show you what it looks like at the very end. Okay, before I buzz this up, I want to show you what it looks like. It's very nice. Before you even blend this up, you can see spirulina, brown seaweed extract, there's the maca right there, sunflower seeds, cashew, there's the local seaweed, you can see the purple onion right there, the nori rolls right there, and I put the probiotic bacteria in. I put about 4 tablespoons of that, coconut oil right on top there, and that's a meal for about a week. Have a couple tablespoons with whatever else you eat. That's your food. All the rest of the stuff you have is just because you like it. But the food that you're going to eat here, this hummus, this is a live rejuvenational hummus because it rejuvenates your gut wall bacteria. Why? Not only did we put in nutritious and detoxifying agents, but we put in the probiotic bacteria. And so I'm going to drink this much before I go to bed tonight after I eat, about from here to here. I'm going to fill this back up with water, put an ounce of sugar back in, and I've already got my strains of bacteria in there, and I've got my solution. This is a fast reaction. Overnight, I have a brand new brew in the morning. And is it, look at, does it keep you lean? Of course it does. Okay, that's one of the secrets of staying healthy and lean, is to be able to slowly put in a little bit of these probiotic bacteria into your system, a little bit at a time. So your body all the time has a new troops of military that come into your intestinal tract that beat up on bullies, beat up on pathogens, beat up on all these different things that really cause us to get disease or cause us to get sick. 85% of your immune system members in your gut wall, so feed your gut wall bacteria and or replenish them all the time because of many factors throughout the day that cause the gut wall bacteria to die very easily. Okay, I'll show you one last video, and you can see how this is all done here. And these mushrooms here are going to go on top of my hummus. And 3 times a week or so, I have fertile eggs too. I like to have the higher levels of muscle building protein. The plant protein is good too, but I still have 3 eggs. My eggs that I'm eating, they're fertile eggs. They're not sterile. The chickens eat insects all day. They're farm, fresh, off my farm, and they eat flaxseed. And they don't get any corn, wheat, or soy at all. So these eggs, chickens have an egg every day for a reason. They're abundant. I don't eat the chickens, but I do eat the eggs. Eggs are very healthy for you because they have a lot of the cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol that your body needs. Your body makes 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol a day, and you do need cholesterol. It's very close to the hormone testosterone. So this does stimulate you in many ways, and it does keep me very virile in many ways. Okay, virile meaning not sexuality, but keeping my hormones so they're very strong for the rest of my system that needs hormones to be able to feed off of the power of the hormone. So, okay, I'll show you what this looks like after I get done buzzing it up. Let's buzz this thing up. I got my earphone in now so you can hear me better. And you always start the Vitamix always on low, and you leave it off on low, because if not, if it's on high and you turn it on, the stuff will go all the way up into the ceiling there. So I've done that many times. And you slowly turn it up. You can see it working there. And I put about 4 ounces of water in also. You don't need any water because the sunflower seeds are full of water. And you can see how it's blending it good right now. And I have my topper right here to push. And you don't have to do it that hard. You want to just put it on. I only have it on number 7 on low right now. You don't need it on high. Once most of it's blended pretty good like it is right now, then I'll put it on higher. Ah, there we go. There's the chlorella. I got a big spoon of turmeric in there, you can see. Now I'm going to turn it on high. And just make sure make sure you turn that down, both of them. Shut her off. And now let me give this a try. Okay, so just give it a... It's so good every time. I never have to doctor it up one bit. That is so good. And you don't want to buzz it too much. Okay? It's nice to have the little chunkies in there too. What does that taste like? Really good. There's nothing to say. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in a bowl and I'm going to put these mushrooms on top. So if I do have some eggs, these are farm fresh eggs. You never put your eggs in the refrigerator. These are about 5 days old right here. And if you put them in the refrigerator, what happens, it takes the chi away from the egg. Trying to have the egg so it stays as natural as it can. So if I do have these eggs, what I do, I don't cook them. I just crack them raw, right on top of, actually, or in here. Might as well do one right now. I'll show you. Just crack it, one-handed. Whoops, come on out. Whoops, you're not supposed to break though. That's my one-handed egg crack. Wasn't so good. I'm gonna try another one. Crack it a little bit more. These shells are so hard. Let's see. Ah, I can't crack it open. Well, anyways, we'll just do it the barbaric way. Take the shell out of there. And I won't cook those at all. Just mix them around a little bit like that. And now you've got yourself not only high protein, but you've got yourself the really essential, there's a lot of essential, very good food in raw cheese, especially goat cheese, raw milk. Okay, if you don't think so, you're wrong. I take raw milk and I don't drink it, but what I do is I put my probiotic bacteria, the same bacteria right here, I put 2 tablespoons in there, and I leave it on the counter for one night. Now it's ready to drink. Now it's ready to use, because now it's full of good bacteria. Remember, you're trying to get good bacteria in your system. So any way you can, until you get your gut wall bacteria back to functionality, then you'll have health. And if you don't get your bacteria to functionality, then you get sickness. 85% of your immune system is in your gut. So what do you want to do? Feed your gut the right things. Okay, so this is a really good supplement with your dinner. So let's say you didn't want to change your diet too much. Add this to your dinner. Why? Because it's super healthy. And tomorrow will even be better. Why? Because it'll be fermented a little bit. So use sauces. Remember, all these hummuses and everything are made to be, you know, flavorful. They're not supposed to taste bad. So make it taste the way you like. Even if you have to put some organic ketchup on it. So what? It doesn't matter. Until you get over the hump, your flavors will change. But for right now, eat things that are good for you, and if they're not so good flavorful for you, then change them so they flavor well. Put some spices on them. Put some different, we've showed you how to make probiotic live hot sauce. You can put pieces of papaya on top. You can do whatever you want to make it taste good. So try to stay away from sauces and things that have a lot of chemicals or preservatives, because you're trying to stay as clean as you can. If you're cleaning up your act, then read the labels and make your own condiments. You don't buy condiments. You don't buy things that have distilled vinegar in them. I make my own Dijon mustard. I make my own ketchup. So once you learn how to do it, the last thing you want to do is buy a little bottle of ketchup for $4. Okay? You can make all you want for a quarter of the price. That's actually not bad for you. It's good for you. Why? Because I put the probiotic bacteria in there, I put the minerals in there, I put the silica in there. I make it out of real tomatoes. Okay. All right, that's it. Enjoy. And try to really, today was my spa day. Like I said, I'm worked. It's Saturday. It's nighttime. It's 8:11 right now. This whole dinner takes 15 minutes to make, so I don't want to hear, it takes too long to make. I don't have all the products. Then make it regular. Remember, it's just simple hummus versus superfood hummus. And if you don't think it makes a difference, you're just fooling yourself. The foods that you eat, most of them, I don't care if they're from the farmer's market or not, they only have minimal minerals in them. We put chlorella in there, spirulina. A spoon of spirulina is like 10 pounds of broccoli as far as the chlorophyll levels go. We put Soleil salt, it's got 80 minerals. Brown seaweed extract, which is loaded full of plant iodine. We put the nori rolls, iodine, all different types of sea minerals again. Sea vegetables, remember, are way more powerful than fresh vegetables. The maca, the toasted sesame seed oil, those oils are good for you. Yeah, it's toasted, it's cooked. Don't get all caught up with cooked food. Cooked food is not bad for you as long as you only keep it very minimal. Cooked food is for emotions. So I'm mixing a little bit of cooked food today with 90% raw hummus. And so there's my eggs. Look, they still haven't, they're not cooked because they're not going to be cooked. They're not supposed to be. So that's my as I call my topper. And I also have some crackers, and that's it. I'm good. And I may have some broccoli, and I may take a piece of cucumber and dip it in and use the hummus as a dip. So use it as you wish. It's really good in the morning if you want to have just a couple spoons and you're hungry. So this is a really good nutritional snack when you're hungry. Instead of eating junk, have a couple of bites of hummus. It doesn't have garlic in it. It's not going to give you bad breath. And if it gives you a little gas, it's only because it's good for you. Until your stomach gets normal again, you may have a lot of gas. That's just how it works. Every time a good microbe eats a pathogen, it eats it, and it also poops and it gasses. And when you have a little gas, well, it's not maybe the gas that's from you. Where do you think it comes from? It's coming from the reactions that are within you. So let it go. And if it smells, it's because you're toxic. So once you clean up your food and your diet and your liquids, the probiotics will actually be the housekeepers of your body, and they'll clean you up really good. Brown seaweed extract, polysaccharides, all these things are the reason why you put brown seaweed extract in is not only because of the iodine, because it's loaded full of polysaccharides. So we can talk all night, and I'm hungry, so we're going to go, and I'll see you next time. Aloha. Okay. 2-second addendum. Everything that I put in here, just about, okay, besides a few things, we have on Earthshift. How do you make this? Look, get an Earthshift kitchen. And all I did was, this recipe was me picking out some bags out of here to say, how am I going to make this tonight? So these are general guidelines for you to be able to make. But if you have all these different superfoods, I've got everything in there. Look, from yerba mate, ginkgo leaf powder, dulse, ultimate green protein, fossil shell flour, unpasteurized raw almonds, lucuma, macaroon, coconut shavings, palm sugar, chlorella gem, bacopa, mucuna, green coffee bean extract, sodium bicarbonate, activated charcoal, turmeric, and so on and so on and so on. So step up your lifestyle. Come to Earthshift. Earthshift's a place where you can feel confident on the types of products that you're getting. Why? Because these are the products I use, and I'm a picky son of a gun. When you train yourself, and I'm self-trained in toxicology and parasitology. You don't learn it in school, that's for sure. And the people that are actually teaching the class in toxicology, look at them. A lot of them are, my toxicology teacher was 300 pounds. How could you talk to me about toxicology when your body is full of toxicity? Toxicology, remember, not only has to be understood, it has to be, you have to put it to work. You don't just talk about it. You have to actually, I like people that really take this information that we do and they advance it and they show what happened to them. I don't show you my abs all the time, look, okay, because I'm being arrogant. I show this is my costume and this is the foods that I eat and this is what happens to anybody that eats this food and consistently actually changes their energy profile, so your body actually has way more vitality to it, which means that you're going to shed yourself tons of microbes in your system, pounds of microbes, and microbes are body fat. So when you have body fat, just think of it as yeast, mold, and fungus, candida, and it's a live creature, and it eats processed sugar, and or any type of sugar really, and it loves to eat chips and dried processed carbohydrates. That's what it is. So this food here is for you. It doesn't feed the critters that are living in your system. It just feeds you. So have fun eating it. Eat as much as you want. Don't think you're on a diet when you eat good food, because your body only eats what it needs and it passes the rest out of you. That's it. Okay, that's it. Have a good time and aloha. I'll show you the masterpiece now. This is what it looks like. I just shaved some cacao butter on top of there with a knife. A lot of it's melted, but this gives it a nice presentation. And I'm put some triple blend seaweed on top because it tastes really good with this. You can see how nice and purple that is. Now I just wanted to show you. I bought this hummus $5.95 for this little thing of hummus. Okay? Now, here's our hummus that we just made. Okay, this is my extra stuff. Not only do I have 2 of those inside my bowl. Okay, there's another one. There's another one. I have 3 more. Okay? At $6 a piece, that's $18 just for that little jar of hummus. Plus maybe another 2 more, another $12 more because I have that in my bowl. So you can see how buying hummus, and not only that, it's got garlic in it. Somebody gave that to me the other day. They came over for Thanksgiving. So, you know, garlic's not good for you. It makes you stink. Okay, if you have to use underarm deodorant or anything like that, that's because you're toxic. Okay? Once you clean yourself and you detox yourself and you get out the sulfone hydroxylion, which is, I got more peppers in my eyeballs and I can't touch my eyes, so let me wipe it out first, bugging me. Once you know, change, like I said, without getting sidetracked here, once you change your ways to just a cleaner diet, your whole body and your mind and everything will just change massively. So just go along with it. The first 30 days, 60 days, you may not like some of this stuff. I guarantee you will. Remember, your gut wall bacteria that live in your stomach here, they tell you the foods that you like, so you train them. You know these things are good for you, make it taste good. Like I said, if you have to put organic ketchup on top, do it. Try to stay away from using any distilled vinegar because distilled vinegar makes you very stiff. It gives you oxalate poisoning, which is taking the calcium out of your system, out of your bones, and putting it in your brain sand, putting it in your kidneys, kidney stones, putting it in your muscles. Okay, a lot of fibromyalgia, putting it in your gallbladder, putting it in your arterioles and or venules or your arteries or veins. Okay, this is where these oxalates, which we call atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, like I said, kidney stones, gallstones, brain sand, all these muscle sorenesses and stuff, they're oxalate poisonings. So if you group all the different types of diseases in one big barrel, oxalate poisoning has to do a lot with many of them. So one of the ways to be able to stop getting oxalate poisoning is don't put any acetic acid in your diet. Raw apple cider vinegar, lemons, great, but not distilled vinegar. And distilled vinegar is in a lot of condiments. That's why I say make your own. Okay, I'm having dinner. Boy, it's going to be good. Okay, guys. Bye.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.